a giant.
Welcome to the great state of New Bedford. Because, you know, the water temp is 51 now and it was 41 last week.
Yeah.
Osprey just slammed the water over there. Probably a pogie. Hey, he's got a fish. Probably a school of pogies right over here.
What's up, guys? Jack here from Salty Cape. Mid-April right now, we just ran out of New Bedford with Captain Jarvis of Salt of the Earth Sport Fishing. Gonna try and get on some early spring tog. Apparently the bite started heating up, so gonna see how we can do out there.
Yeah, we don't have to go far. We're gonna stay pretty shallow water. Pretty brisk spring day, but the water temps have jumped and the tog have apparently moved in, so we're gonna put a few on the boat. Just getting the anchor set here, trying to get in the right spot. Probably the most critical part is just getting the anchor in the right zone. All right, we're out here in mid-April and we're tautog fishing in Buzzards Bay. Name of the game here really is patience. So we're set up on structure that's known to hold tautog. Marking a few fish when we rolled up, but really kind of just being patient and fishing the area, waiting for those fish to come to our baits. There he is. All right, we just got to our spot. Took a few minutes to get the fish going, but we started getting some bites and we just put our first fish in the boat. This one's a little short, so we're gonna send it back. Oh. Woo. Dude, that's a slob.
So the bite's definitely starting to pick up quite a bit here. Both me and Ray are having some steady picks at these tog.
Oh, that's a dog tog.
And yeah, the name of the game here is just kind of keeping a nice still presentation on the bottom, keeping contact with your line at all times, just when you can feel those subtle taps. And yeah, these jigs have been working great. So just got this nice big female on the new Hogy tog jig. I think we're gonna get a release on this big girl and get back to fishing.
Since we showed up, you know, it was a little slow pickings at first, but pretty much every drop we're getting a whack. More often than not, they're taking our crab, but we're picking away at them. And for tackle, we're using a pretty light setup today. This is kind of like my go-to 7-foot medium action spinning rod that I would use for bass, sea bass, and tautog in this situation. We have 25-pound braid, and really it's as you fish as sporty as you want to get here. I'm using a pretty light leader, with a decently light jig, but you can really beef it up and go with a conventional setup that's got, you know, a 50-pound braid, even up to 80-pound fluoro is not unheard of. But in this situation, we're just trying to have some fun and put some fish in the boat, so we're going with a pretty light setup. I got a Van Staal VSX 50 and on a 7-foot medium fast action Zach's custom rod. And like I said, 25-pound braid and about 40-pound leader today. As far as tackle on the end of the line, today we're just using some small jigs. You can go with kind of a tandem rig setup, but you know, on this light tackle, a jig is pretty fun and you really get a lot of feel out of it. So again, just for the sake of sport, we're going with a single jig here, a single bait, and seeing what we can do. It's like a smallmouth. A little bit of a better fish here. We're just kind of working these baits right off this rock pile, and you got to be patient with these fish. Let them take a couple whacks at it before you set the hook. But we just measured this fish and she came in just over 16 inches. So here in Mass, we can take this one home.
So a lot of guys have different preferences on what crabs they like to fish, how they like to fish them. Today we're using green crabs. Some guys like to use Asian short crabs, some other species of crabs, but green crabs are what are on the menu today. We've been doing a mixture of splitting them in half and fishing them whole by just smashing the shell a little to give off a little scent. Haven't noticed that big of a difference in between the two. On some of the smaller crabs, I prefer to smash the shell and then fish them whole on the jig. On some of the bigger crabs, I like to split them in half and thread that hook through one of the legs just to make sure that crab's secured on the jig. But yeah, just a pretty simple way to tog fish with crabs. All you're really doing is threading it onto the jig and, you know, letting it sit on the bottom.
And persistence really has paid off today. We've been picking away at some nice fish. Mixed bag of sizes from small, medium to a couple larger ones that really gave us a battle. So, you know, it's a great way to kick off the season. It's a lot of fun and kind of gets you back in the swing of things. So get out there.